Time to check in with our lizard overlords. What are they up to? Well, this.
Is this the worst hour now?
Are we done our first hour?
Yeah, we're into our worst hour now.
Keep your expectations of this episode low. Starting the worst hour now, I feel like we've crossed into maybe not great content hour.
Welcome to our worst hour.
I have a hypothetical for you guys along the same lines that I was thinking about today. If you do a consultation for a client and they have already gotten a quote from another company, and you know that this company does terrible work because you've lifted and relayed 3 of their jobs in the past 6 months, and you know how the project has gone, and the client asks you, what do you think about this company? What do you say?
I won't talk bad about anybody, but here are my references.
Okay. But are you doing that client a disservice by doing that? Because what if they end up going with that company and they
I
get
don't
screwed?
owe them anything. I don't owe them a single fucking thing. I'm already there for free. You know, I'm about to put their price together for free. You know, I don't owe them a single thing. So if I feel like they're the price shopping kind of people, like, what does it matter to me?
So what if you
I'm
did
better
paid
to cut my losses
consultations?
there.
What if you did paid consultations? Would you feel
What
the need to give them information about that company?
does it ever make you look good to talk shit about someone else? You know, like how much money do you have to give me to talk shit about somebody? PK tried to get me to talk shit about Caleb and his umbrella earlier, and I didn't do it, you know? So, no, I'm not going to talk shit about another company, no matter how, like, if they're dog shit, I won't tell it to the client. I'll tell it to the other landscapers. You know, I'll tell it to the retailer. They already know, but it's not my place to tell it to the client.
PK?
Like, it's not going to make you look good.
I don't know if it's the same situation, but there is a company that if I go to a quote and they say, this company's been there, I just say I'm good and I leave. Because if you're even entertaining that company to do the work, first of all, their price is going to be astronomically less than mine. And I say that. I say, listen, that company's price is going to be like probably 60% of mine. So, like, and I'll say, if you're here solely shopping on price, then I'm not the right guy. And like, we're going to call this quits now before it gets too far. And I'd rather, I totally respect you wanting to have a good price on things. And if you're a price shopping client, I have a lot of respect for that. But if this person has already been to this house, there's no way I'm going to be even remotely close. So it's been great. I've probably left 10 consultations like that. Because if someone's a price shopper, I'm never going to be the guy anyways. So why drag it out?
Mm-hmm.
And even if, I mean, a lot of that was, to be fair, a lot of that went on during COVID when I was getting a fuck ton of phone calls. But I'm like, why would I spend time with people who are never going to hire me? It's not a useful way to spend my time. If you have met this person, like this person, and are getting a quote from this person and considering this person to do your job, I am not the right person for you. I know that now. So why continue it?
I just feel like it gets so muddy now, especially with AI, and you can fucking tune your images and stuff and make them look better. And people are making all these AI ads and shit where it makes them look like a real polished company and they're dog shit, right?
Or they're looking for investments with their AI ads.
Anything, whatever it is,
Yeah.
That was a
you know,
wild one I
like
saw.
there's some real dog shit landscapers that just put like an AI prompt and get an ad that looks like all the other AI ads. And I'm guilty of this too at the beginning, where all these fucking AI ads look the same for landscapers or
Yes.
for whatever, right? And all of a sudden you look like a polished company. You're not. Everything about your company is dog shit. And now you're in my league because you put a fucking AI post out there and it makes you look polished?
Do you think, Mike, hypothetically, that the people that would hire that land. Like I'm going to guess that landscaper who the other landscaper has lifted and relayed 3 of their jobs in the last 6 months is only getting work through being really cheap.
Uh, I don't know this landscaper's pricing, but they've been around a long time and they have a name in the community that continues to get them work, but then they've burned a lot of people in that same process, which it makes me surprised that they continue to get jobs in that same community.
Hmm.
But that's why I'm saying they're probably really cheap.
Yeah, that's what, like, I wouldn't think they're cheap just based on their name. Um, and having been in business for a while, but I'd be surprised if they were cheap. I would say that.
Just because you've been in business for a while doesn't mean you know how to price a job.
Yeah.
If you started like almost all landscaping businesses start under a false economy. You have zero overhead. You're probably paying for the pickup truck from the job you're working at. You're not paying for it from the company. And you start on a false economy working too cheap. And then as your company grows, you have to make a decision. Am I going to keep running under this false economy, pretending that I don't need to pay HST or taxes or all this shit? I mean, just because a company's been around a long time doesn't mean it ever filed a tax return or paid its HST.
There are, I don't know, let's call it, say 10 old men landscape companies in my city who are 30 years older than my company, still doing the same thing that they started out doing, right? I don't know if the prices are the same, but like the same old men, fucking miserable dump trailer, fucking 3 guy companies who are pissed off at me because I'm the bigger guy now. And well, where's it going with this? I don't know. I'm still the bad guy to them. Their prices are sure shit cheaper than mine now.
Yeah, but are you off? Like, there's always going to be clients that don't care. Like, if you're offering the service that they want, they'll pay the price that you want. But there's always going to be, even in a community where someone's been burned some 10 times, like someone could be in a community and have burned people 10 times and still be getting work because there are people who just care about getting things done cheaply.
Yeah, for sure.
The only way in my career I've found that I can offset that problem is to sidestep to commercial work where it doesn't fucking matter. You just have to have the lowest price to begin with. Otherwise, you're not going to get the job.
Yes.
But the numbers are bigger and the margins are better, I guess. So it makes sense. And then you find yourself in a whole world where, these little fucking jokers couldn't compete with you there if they tried.
See, this hypothetical came up because this client was asking me, so what was wrong with the project that it failed after a few years? And my response to that is always, I won't bad talk, just like Chad, I won't bad talk another contractor, even if you've hired me. Just know that we're gonna make it right, basically. And then I thought, what if a client did ask that and I was quoting against that client and I've seen their projects and even clients that have had me come out and price a lift and relay of their projects and seen the work that they've done that has failed in a couple of years. Am I doing that client a disservice, even though they're not my client yet, to
But are you saying that you show up at the job and their dog shit project is falling over and they ask why and you say, "Well, I can't tell you, but we're gonna fix it anyway." Like you got to sort of tell them.
Oh, if someone asks me why their project failed, I don't give a shit. I tell them why it failed.
yeah.
So if I'm at someone's house and they're like, "Why did this fail?" I'll be like, "Well, because there's no fucking sand in it, and so all the water is
Yeah, I guess I
Glance
do that on
straight
the
into it.
consultation.
I would
Yeah.
tell them why a project failed. I wouldn't tell them why another contractor is dog shit.
But
You
if you're
know?
I
telling them
usually
how the project failed, are you not telling them why the contractor's
No,
dog
because
shit?
you're asking you're right there. The project's in front of me. This drainage behind the wall is a weak point or whatever, right? And that's why the project failed. You're not saying anything bad about the contractor. They can make that inference. They can put two and two together, but you didn't say ABC landscape shit the bed because they didn't put drainage stone behind the wall, right? You say
I
they're
I always I always preface that conversation by saying there's lots of ways to build things. This just isn't how I would have chose to build it.
Mm.
This is how I would build it. This is why I think that this isn't the way to build it, but people are free to build it however they want.
What
yep.
I say is what we do is in this case, what we do is we over excavate past where the base is so the pavers sit well. Like I'll say those things. But if they ask me like specifically, what did this contractor do wrong? I'll always say, well, what we do in these situations to prevent this is this.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I think that's fair too.
Yeah, have you ever had someone come up to you at the retailer and be like, "Hey, you really shit talked one of my jobs"?
Me?
Yeah.
No. Have
Well,
you?
no,
Okay.
no. We're not perfect. I mean, but I'd hope that if we built something that was dog shit, someone would come back to us and say, "Hey, you built me some real dog shit here. Can you fix it?" Because I would, we warranty things obviously longer than I think we're supposed to, or that we're morally obligated to warranty. But you're never going to be the good guy in everybody's story.
Mm.
There's some people who are always going to be like, that landscaper fucked me or he didn't do something right or whatever. I had this guy we did bunch of work for, bunch of like a whole bunch of stuff, front entranceway, backyard stuff, whatever. Fixed his sand a couple times. And we were supposed to do this little topsoil job for $1,500 and like we went out and did it twice. Kept raising the topsoil and raising the topsoil and I just got to the point like I can't add more topsoil here. I burned $2,000 in a fucking $1,500 soil job. Like there's no money left to come back and fucking keep working at this. I'm gonna be the bad guy here. I'll just let myself be the bad guy in this situation, but I can't fucking continue to lose money this way. You can't be fucking, no matter what the Google reviews say, you can't be on it 100% of the time. Or maybe you can and you're better than me, but that's fine. I still sleep all right. Because a general contractor has never left a Google review. I'll tell you that. They don't care.
I don't I let's say realistically you build a job and it would last 15 years, right?
Yep.
And the contractor whose work you're tearing up built a job and it lasted 5 years, but they only charged a third of the price. Did the client get good value for the money?
I think the
Depends on
client's
what they were
still
sold on.
bitter.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. Like if you spent 5,000 on a job that I would have charged 15,000 and my job would have lasted 15 years and this job lasted 5, you you got what you paid for. You got great value for your money. You got a job that lasted 5 years and you paid a third of what you should have to did it the last 5 years instead of 15.
The problem is that people always think it should last longer or be cheaper than what it is. Some people think their fucking $2,000 walkway should last 40 years. Oh, we had it done in 1982, and look at this. This is awful. The edging is coming up at the sides. There's fucking weeds through the whole thing. I tell people often, this walkway owes you nothing, or this patio owes you nothing. It was done 30 years ago. Like it's run its course. Well, I thought this stuff was maintenance free. I don't want that sand anymore because the weeds come through. After 10 years, the sand owes you nothing. But they just keep pushing, right? They just think, oh, well, it should last longer than that. Your fucking warranty on your phone is 6 months. And you want your landscape to go 10 years problem free? Sometimes. But sometimes things happen.
An act of God.
Act of God. Why do I have crabgrass in my sod? You did it 3 years ago.
Well, because you didn't fertilize it and grow stronger roots and wipe out the crabgrass or whatever the reason
Well,
is. But
well, I didn't know I had to. Nobody told me that.
chat GTP that bitch.
There's always an excuse. Always an excuse. Like I say, you're never going to be the good guy all the time.
I don't think you're going to be the big guy all the time either. I'm hardly ever the good guy.
More often than not, I'm the good guy, but things happen.
More often than not, things do happen.
Speaking of the good guy, get 50% off your H&A tickets by using the code NOFH on checkout, and that gives us a kickback to get us to H&A.
That's coming up.
It is 2 months. Actually, this is our 4-year anniversary, guys. Congratulations.
This is our
Is
episode?
it?
Well, no, this isn't our 400th episode.
Oh,
4 years, but not 400th because we've missed a handful of weeks throughout our 4 years.
not much though.
No, not a whole lot.
4 years.
Yeah.
We've been doing this for 4 years.
Yeah, this is like pretty much exactly our 4-year mark.
Holy shit.
Really? I feel like I have a better microphone now.
Yes.
Substantially better sound.
Better computer too. You've really upgraded.
Yeah. And today there's no fucking, so far, there's been no
Yeah.
low data or whatever the fuck it
Your
says.
your software isn't doing its job.
Maybe no one in my house is streaming shit right now. That could be why.
Yeah.
Fucking no one's streaming fucking shit. I got the press pass for the H&A thing.
Did you? How'd you get that?
I don't know. They emailed it to me. I figured you signed us up.
Oh,
Did they send me? I just open those emails and don't read them. Did they send me anything?
I didn't
They
get
emailed me.
anything.
Oh, I figured you must have done it because I certainly fucking didn't do it.
No, I didn't do it.
I'll just
I
go
didn't
there
get
and be like,
anything.
you know who
Just
the
you.
fuck I am? Let me in.
Hmm.
I'm sure I can find it in my email box. I only think I got 300 today. Fuck, we're getting HST audited. It's well, I'm going to be honest, it hasn't affected my life that much, but it is shit for Kelly.
Yeah. Yeah. It was awful for Connie too. They came and sat with her for a couple days and had a million questions and stuff, and she made them bad coffee. She had a mug that says like "fuck the CRA" or something like that she was drinking out of. Like she's pretty ruthless. Like she's
What happened in the end of that with you?
nothing. They said there'll
Or
be no changes to um your declaration. We're closing this file or something. I wanted them to send me an official document for me to fucking print and put on my wall.
That'd be great.
Yeah. And I just said, you make sure someone puts a note of this somewhere. I'm just trying to make a fucking living, guy.
Oh, I got it on Friday from Amy Nedberger. Equip Expo Media Badge Confirmation. Hi, we've received your registration and you're approved for your media badge in Louisville. You will receive a separate email with your registration QR code you should bring with you. If you cannot find this email, they just sent me this. You didn't sign me
Uh,
up for this shit, Mike?
no, is that spam? Is that a
The phishing thing.
phishing scam? I didn't get that, and I don't recognize that name.
It's called, it says I have to email Amy at fourleafpr.com.
Nope.
We will resend it to you. Here's the event guide and see the show layout and exhibitors. Go to the floor plan.
It's a complicated fish.
This is like 10,000 words. Here's the badge pickup opens at 8 a.m. in the North Wing lobby on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for attendees.
Okay, that comes up when I search it in my fourleafpr.com.
Yeah.
Okay. So that
The welcome reception hotel and airport badge pickups Tuesday, Wednesday. Arriving on a Tuesday or Wednesday, express badge pickup is available. Man, like someone spent a lot of time on this for fucking to get me to click one of these things.
Chad, did you get any? I didn't get
I
one.
didn't get any, no.
Wow.
Please
Why does
feel free to
PK?
reach out. There's a fucking phone number. There's two phone numbers. Debbie also. Debbie Master.
Okay, that's legit.
Debbie Maester. Like I'm not an idiot when I open this. I like it seems well, I mean it could be fake. A working press center for journalists is available in rooms B107. And I'm going to the press center, the working press center. Be like, I'm here to work the press, bitches.
I got a recent mass email from somebody that's been on the podcast before. It was like one of those invite links, and like you're invited to a party or whatever. And it showed everybody that was on the list that got sent it. And then like 10 minutes later, he emailed everybody, "Hey, I've been hacked. Don't click what was sent to everybody on that list." And somebody replied, "I clicked it. What do I do?"
I clicked it. What do I do? I fucking clicked it. This just an ad just came up from Mosier. I feel like that's a product that really dropped off.
Good.
They emailed me for another promotion.
Michael, do
Oh.
anything for money.
No, I declined it.
Why? Because their product is dog shit?
No, because they only wanted like short form content, and it's not something that I focus on.
Hmm.
Only long form.
I shouldn't say it's dog shit. It was dog shit for me.
It's been great for me. I like it.
Well, broken clock is right twice a day. Well, one of us is right and one of us is not.
So I'm old now, right? Like I'm over 50.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel a little bit like that means I have to start wearing something on my belt. Like a
Life alert?
multi-tool. No, like well, potentially, yeah, that's fair. I don't know, like a multi-tool or a knife or a flashlight or like you see old guys and they always got a bunch of shit on their belt.
Yeah.
So I decided that, at 54, I got to have something on my belt every day. So I went with a Zippo in a leather pouch.
I can see that for you, yeah.
Yeah. Kelly's made fun of me a lot over it. Like she's really picked on me for it. She does not like the Zippo in the leather pouch. She's like, pull it out of there. And I mean, honestly, it's a new pouch, so it's a bit stiff. So there's no cool way to get the Zippo out of the pouch.
If you wear it on the
So
side or is it in the front?
on this. My gut is way too big to wear it in the front, man. Fucking talk. I don't fucking lucky I can't even wear a belt buckle. Got a big
See,
fat
because
fucking
these
stomach.
old guys usually tuck their shirt in, then they have the
I'm
belt.
not a shirt. Maybe that's the next step. Fuck. I'm not a shirt tucker.
No,
I have it to the side, more on the back of the hip. I
quick
find
drop.
that I can reach back, and I've been practicing getting it out and looking cool. I haven't made it yet. Like, do you guys think you would go with a Zippo, or would you? Are you more of a multi-tool kind of guy?
I would go for the Leatherman.
What's that?
The Leatherman? It's like a Swiss Army knife, but not.
That's a multi-tool,
It's a multi-tool. Yeah, it's called the Leatherman.
a Leatherman,
Yeah,
a multi-tool.
yes. People will know, people should know what you're talking about. Say, hey, that's a Leatherman. I've got two of those.
Maybe I. Do you think that I could wear a multi-tool and a Zippo? Can I pull that off? I don't know.
Maybe there are some multi-tools that have a Zippo.
Some people
Part
want one
of
of those like 30 million lumen flashlights too. Like boom, you can pull that out, shine it in people's eyes.
that's a dad thing. Like, I feel like,
It's like an over 50 thing.
yeah. I
What
just
kind of
find
person would you be, Mike? Zippo, flashlight, multi-tool?
I
Like, what do you see in your future?
I haven't even thought about that. I haven't hit that age yet. Chad,
I
you're
know,
a
but
few
what,
years
like,
older than me, so maybe I still need a few years to think about that.
our lives are
you,
very different, you know? Like, I feel like
I could see you with a flashlight pen, Mike.
Flashlight pen.
flashlight
Like
pen.
a really expensive flashlight pen.
You can analyze all the landscapes with a little light and then write down what people did wrong.
Yeah.
I could just see you with a flashlight pen. I felt the Zippo suited my personality the most.
Hmm. I could see with the Zippo with the leather case that holds the cigars beside it, like in a combo pouch.
No, no, the strap that goes down the chest with all the
Oh,
cigars down the chest.
like shotgun slugs
Like an
on the
ammunition, yeah.
arms.
I do have a three cigar travel case.
Does it mount to a belt?
No, you got to just carry it, or you need like one of those man purses.
Man versus
Would you get one of those man purses?
like the thing that holds the diabetes medication.
No, I guess it could.
Uh,
You don't think you're a flashlight guy, Mike? Do you
No,
like flashlights?
no.
You've never liked a flashlight.
I'm a minimalist. As little as possible in my pockets or in my
So you're more of a multi-tool guy because that way you got every tool in one place. That's minimalism.
not even that.
So you'd rather have nothing?
Nothing.
You're just not at the right age, man.
No, I guess not.
Once you hit 50, I'll be dead when you're 50, but you can remember this conversation.
I don't think you will be. You got the perfect blood.
How old are you? The perfect blood's falling off because Kelly stopped doing the pills.
What do you use it as an excuse these days? Because before it was unchecked diabetes, right?
Yeah, sure. I don't know. I'm so into this persona of like unhealthy. It's hard to adjust. It's a terrible adjustment to
But
suddenly be
before you were
healthy.
talking about, oh, I had brain fog today and I couldn't think about this. But now you got no excuse because you got perfect blood.
Does that mean if you have perfect blood, can you not have brain fog?
Uh,
you shouldn't.
I watched this video today, and it was a guy talking about how if you only are really good at doing things when it's an emergency and it needs to get done, that like there's some part of your brain that's not functioning right. Like you can't consistently do things. It's not because you're not disciplined, it's because your brain's not functioning right. Because your brain only reacts when it's like an emergent and like what it perceives to be an emergency situation. Like I have to get this quote done now. I feel like that's my brain.
Hmm.
I don't think my brain works right when it comes to that stuff.
I try not
I
to
don't
have too
know.
many emergencies in life.
You know what's going to be shit for people tomorrow? Like I think it's going to be really shitty for people. when they realize I do the same shit every day.
Who does the
When I
same?
make the when I make the exact same 15 stories tomorrow about doing shit, people are going to be like, "Well, this is not as interesting because this stupid ass does the same shit every day. Gets up
But
at
it's not
4:30."
always a different set of problems.
I think all the problems are pretty common.
Do you think you're gonna come across another raccoon tomorrow?
No, but I didn't put that on the stories, so
Wow.
I might come across another raccoon tomorrow. I don't know, maybe.
But then people wouldn't know because they only see what you show them. And today you didn't show them the raccoon. So
I
they'll think
didn't
it's the
because
first time
I felt bad for the fucking raccoon. I didn't
you'll
want to like.
be a veteran of knowing what to do with a raccoon in a bin. And they'll think, man, this guy's cool. He just jumped to it like that, not knowing the day before you had a practice run with a different raccoon.
Previously saved a raccoon.
Yeah,
I had previously saved that fucking raccoon.
yeah. Or maybe you stage the whole thing because that happens too with reality
Yeah.
TV and
Reality TV.
shit, right?
Yeah.
They stage a whole bunch of shit. Half the stuff that goes on Instagram, fake.
Yeah. You could really get some views with that.
Yeah. When I saw Caleb with that umbrella today, I saw Brittany in the background with a water gun. So I feel like that rain might have been staged. Just
Someone was running the sprinkler in the yard.
someone was running this instead of me. Why, you think that people are staging landscape problems?
Absolutely. Well, it was a thing for a while. We got a problem on the job site, right? That was a whole fucking thing.
Well, that was from that guy.
Do you think those were all real?
Well, his weren't even real. I don't think it was ever real. I think it was just a guy saying I got a problem, and then it was some made up problem. But
He's
they weren't
moved
real
on.
problems.
Now he's got like
Dancing guys.
yeah, like his theater, landscape theater that they're doing. Some of them are pretty neat. Whatever. I can
I think it's
stomach that better than I can the fucking all these new little whiz kids. Yo, look at what we're doing in this backyard. This is amazing. I'm like, fuck, I don't have the patience for this. I can't stand it.
Should we get Tigran on the podcast?
Don't think we can
I
afford
don't think
them.
he's coming on here. I don't think he's coming on here. You don't hear about those gangs as much though.
Yeah, what happened to his gang? He had a
Yeah, you don't hear about that a whole lot. I don't know.
My word of advice would be if you're running some kind of gang slash group slash shit, posting more than 3 Instagram stories about it per week, or posting like 100 Instagram stories about all the shit you're trying to sell at once, it really reeks of being totally fucking desperate.
Mhm.
So for you to say that, there has to be somebody that's doing that.
No, I just think that's the facts.
He has done that in the past.
I just think that's the facts. Like posting 100 stories in a day, all about your fucking gang or group. Like, oh my god, man, no one wants to join. Stop posting these fucking stories.
How long do you think before?
But then again, it's none of my business, and I could just unfollow. So, like, who am I to judge? Realistically, honestly,
Yeah. Um, how long do you think before people start coming at us? Those fucking washed up guys, all they do is complain. They're not
oh, I
relevant. They were
think
never.
people already think I'm not relevant and I'm washed up.
Yeah.
You're gonna see me tomorrow making a story with my fucking umbrella.
Yeah. For the
Someone's gonna
views.
be like, I don't know. I don't think I was ever relevant.
I think
You
so.
can't become unrelevant if you've never been relevant.
You had a great run there.
That means it's over. PK, you've had a great run. Hang him up.
That tension's coming right back, boys. Great.
Yeah, I'm manufacturing the problem.
PK, you had a great run.
Why do you think my run ended, Chad? Like, what do you think I did to fuck up my run?
I don't, but we're
You didn't start a gang.
you didn't start a gang.
I didn't start a gang.
We're on such comfortable terms now that They you're not an untouchable to me anymore. The
What
way
does
you
that mean?
were. Well, you know how they say don't meet your idols?
I was your idol?
No, but
Okay.
you were a figure in the landscape world, right? You had
Okay.
all the big names, all the figures and stuff. And either you've fallen back
That's
down to
probably what's
earth,
happened. I'm
or
sure.
I've taken a couple steps up, not close to you, but in your aura where it's not the same as it used to be.
I think that I've, in your theory, I think that I've probably come down, 10 floors and you've gone up 10 and now you're kind of above me and I'm like there.
Don't think so.
You have way better aura than I do.
I don't think so.
Mike has the ultimate aura. People don't even know what he fucking looks like. He's running an account with 40,000 followers.
Yeah, that's true.
Mike is the biggest aura farmer in
I don't think
hardscaping.
that's aura. I
Or
don't
a
think that's what it
farmer.
is. I
That's a good
think
term.
I think aura has to show your face.
Really?
Yeah.
One of the things that I find the most interesting about my internet experience is that when I meet people who follow the account, all every one of them will mention the who the fuck buys that videos. But they are the least viewed videos that I have.
Really?
They're the
Yeah.
most impactful, obviously.
It must go all the way to your followers, not to any non-followers.
Maybe because a lot of them are over 90 seconds, which I think is part of the issue with getting a lot of views. But it's just interesting that it's when I meet people, the most popular thing that I consistently do on that channel is the who the fuck buys that, and people ask me about it all the time, and it could be because one thing just got them, you know, like one thing was someone was talking to me today about the mushroom jerky.
Oh, yeah, I watched that.
It was like next to the blue pickle. I think that it was actually worse than the like. If I had to re-eat, I would re-eat the blue pickle before I'd eat any more of the mushroom jerky. It was beyond gross. Like it was insane. Like dried mushrooms are pretty intense. Like the flavor of a mushroom intensifies during the drying process.
I think
It's
the
an already
only
an
dried mushroom I've tried. No, I shouldn't say
I've had
like
some dried mushrooms.
so it wasn't like those mushrooms.
It wasn't like those
No,
mushrooms.
it was fucking not like those mushrooms. And then it had some kind of barbecue sauce on it or something. Like it was fucking disgusting. But they're the least viewed videos I have. But whoever does watch them, I think they watch the majority of them. Whoever does watch them, I don't know.
Hmm.
The If you want to talk about the downfall of the Paver King account, it would be that I refuse to give any kind of advice or teach people how to do hardscaping.
Why?
If you wanted to say like what the like the downward slide is, I refuse to post any kind of educational content.
Why? Because you don't know what you're talking about? Or
Uh,
because someone else does it better? Or there could be lots
I
of
think there's a
reasons, right?
I think there's a couple reasons. I think that it's a space that's way over full to begin with. And maybe it wasn't at the start, but there's way too many people teaching people how to do hardscaping now. It's like every person that ever did it for a year wants to drop the bomb on the next piece of advice. Um, I think that if you want to be doing educational content, you have to be prepared to take just a shit ton of blowback of people that disagree with you and constantly fight your point. I have zero interest in doing any of that because I couldn't give a fuck how other people hardscape.
That's the answer.
Like it just doesn't. It's not something that I'm passionate. Like I'm not.
You're not passionate about fighting with people on the internet?
No, I'm passionate
Me
about
neither.
that for sure. I'm not passionate about like for Mike to release 250 educational videos, Mike has to be passionate about educating people. And Mike also has to be prepared for the blowback of people that disagree with him. You don't think that's
Sort of
true,
like
Mike?
the guy that commented, "You don't install that wet. You're supposed to sweep it in dry and then wet it." And that was a comment on that resin jointing compound.
That's exactly like I think that if you want to be in the educational space of anything, you have to be prepared to go at it with morons.
Yeah, I don't even think about that. Like the way I think about it is it serves like multiple aspects of my business. And for me to not do it would be to would be almost foolish because I use those videos in my proposals, I use those videos in educating my clients, I use those videos in just YouTube. It gets me leads. Like there's so many avenues that I use those
Yeah.
videos that it wouldn't make sense for me to not make them.
I sent your video to my in-laws that are building their own patio.
Oh, beautiful.
I sent them your video on how the
Why are
7 things
letting your
to.
in-laws build their own patio?
I don't know. They really want. I listen. I got them the pavers. I got them the HVB. I sent them a skid steer. I took it all up there. I did my part. They want to build it.
Okay.
They they built their own retaining wall around the outside with pressure treated wood. They boxed it in. They're
Next year, Mike's gonna go over and tell them what they did wrong.
so not so much anymore because I think that like 85% of lands or 95% of landscaping jobs are installed now by contractors. But when I first started doing quotes, probably 50 to 60% of the jobs were installed by people.
Hmm.
And you had to be careful where you walked with this because oftentimes people had installed the job themselves 7 years earlier. I mean, that doesn't incur anymore, but at one time it did quite a bit. I think your content's great. It's just not content that I want to make.
At this point in time, I've covered everything, and that's where I'm trying to think of ways to get out of the how-to videos, which brings up why I bought a
How to keep cool.
umbrella hat.
I don't know. I not that I you should come see this wall we're building, Mike. I
I'm
know you
gonna, yeah,
DM me
yeah.
about it.
I-
Like it's
I'll coordinate that. So I want to do
to,
a YouTube series on working for other people.
so to put that in perspective, today they started excavating the second half of that wall in the pond, and they had to dig the native soil that was like 10 feet down or some shit. I don't know. It's some huge
Wow.
fucking trench now, and there's all these emails flying between Jack and the client and the extras and the putting in the fucking gravel. It's a fucking I honestly, man, like I had a lot of other shit going on, and I was like, Jack seems to have a handle on that bitch. I'm gonna go focus on these other things, and I just left it alone because I wanted nothing to fucking do. Jack's like messaging me, "Do you want to look at the extras quote?" I'm like, "No, I'm good. Fucking send it. I have so much other shit happening today. I really don't care what's going on. I need to focus on bigger problems that we have today. Like we're starting a job that has a ton of ROPs and a ton of locates because it's like digging like in literally 150 places, and we're working for a big general and they're handling that part of it. And I remember that thing I was going to talk about earlier, Chad, and it has to do with permeable pavers. So when I'm done this story, remind me.
You got it.
So um it that job's gone kind of sideways. I've already like reorganized it 3 times in our calendar, and now they're putting another 3-day delay on it. But like the whole crew was supposed to be finished what they were doing and then go to that job on Wednesday. So it gave me one day to fill the week. So I was doing that. Well, this shit show of this retaining wall that's 5 courses deep in the fucking pond, none of which I really knew when we bid it. Like, it's you should go to that job and talk to Daryl for the day, Mike. Work with Daryl. He's an amazing guy, super smart, and he can explain these HPB chimneys that they have to dig in by hand and why they're doing it. It's crazy, man. It's the weirdest engineering of any wall backfill I've ever seen in my life.
Interesting.
And Daryl thinks it added at least a week to the job, just the backfill bullshit already. Last week we got in trouble because the job's taking too long. And I'm like, you don't think I wanted to go faster, bitch? Like, so we had to bring in a second crew. So next Monday, Tyler Hall's starting there, building a traditional wall up the side from Hallscape. He's going to come and help us. Like, because I was like, I understand they're frustrated because they're trying to build their parking lot and this is taking longer than they thought it would. It's taking longer than I thought it would. You know who's footing that fucking bill?
The
Like,
guy
you
who
don't think I want this to go faster? What? But like, Jack and I allowed for there to be some extra time on these HPB chimneys, but not the amount of time that it's taking. Because you can't dig it with there's tons of grid there and all kinds of shit. There's also an HPB chimney at the back of the. There's an HPB chimney right against the wall and an HPB chimney at the back of the wall, at the back of the geogrid. And I guess the water is supposed to pour down them or something. Because this wall is like, essentially, they put the. I kind of figured out what the fuck's going on once they finished the first 120 feet of the wall. And I was like, oh, I sort of understand what this is here for now. So the wall's 5 courses below into the pond, and then it's 14 courses above. And it is designed so that when the pond floods, the water builds up the wall because the property next door, they didn't want the water spilling onto that. So the wall is actually the pond. It's a dam for the pond.
Oh. So what's this HPB chimney built out of? Like I'm visualizing like a sonotube
HPB.
with
I sent
HPB.
you all the. I sent you all the
Yeah, I didn't
engineering
really
on that.
look at it. I'm sorry.
didn't
Well, no, it's hard to like. It's you put in the B gravel, you put in the geogrid, you put in the B gravel, then you excavate along the length of the wall, 12 inches, wrap it in filter cloth, pour that with HPB.
Yeah.
Then you go to the next one, close it off, put in the geogrid, put in the thing, excavate it out, wrap this. So right up the front of the wall, there's this layered HPB filter cloth the whole way up. And then
Interesting.
that's also on the back of the wall. But
Wow.
there's no way to put it on the front of the wall easily. You have to put in the B gravel, pack it, then excavate it by hand because you can't dig it with an excavator because it's on top of the fucking geogrid. You can't catch
Hmm.
the geogrid or disturb the geogrid. The whole thing is like an insane pain in the fucking ass.
Great.
Like a totally insane pain in the ass. But whatever, like once you start the job, you have to just keep doing it, right? Like you can't give up on it or stop doing it. So we're just going to keep going.
Chad, can I
Oh,
come work with one of your crews for a day?
Fucking sure. Yeah, come on down. Or you pick the crew. I'll let you do whatever you want.
You're
Yeah.
doing a rooftop soon?
They finished one on Friday.
Oh, damn. I
It
missed
took
it.
all of 2 hours to do.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the media was all there and stuff. I'll let you know the next one. What else we got? I'll get a couple patios going in. That'd be boring. Um,
we got a big slab job on a multi-tiered wall at a golf club.
that's all right.
Yeah, it's a lot of wall.
We priced a nice wall. We don't know if we got it yet. Hey, did you get that uh pricing for that landscape job in Lindsay?
Yeah. Jack emailed them.
Take it if you want it. They keep bugging me for a price. I'm like, I'm not going to Lindsay. Just fucking build this landscape.
Jack emailed them and asked them if we could bid it. Like, but I was on the email, but then again, I had some other thing happen that distracted me. So here's my story. This is
Yeah.
a great story. It involves a lot of players that we know and a lot of shit. So we went to look at this job with this client, and one of the part of this big job we're doing for them, one of it is there's a permeable parking lot. There's a parking lot, and they want the joints have silt in them, and they want the joints cleaned, and then they want HPV put in. New fresh HPV in the joints. ASTM number 8. So we're standing there, and the client, the GC, says to me, we're going to get one of our guys with a hydrovac truck here to hydrovac the HPB out of the joints. And I said, yeah, that might work, but you might have to I don't know, loosen it. Some areas it's going to work. Some areas you might have to loosen it. I mean, you can't turn it up too high because you don't want to suck up a brick or whatever. I said, you know what? I know some people that know a fuck ton about permeable pavement. I'll send them a message and I'll ask them.
You need that stick with the needle on it to
So hold
scrape
on.
out the.
Yeah, probably.
The
So then I
wheels.
messaged Paver Pete because he's permeable expert. Said, hey, we got this parking lot, blah blah blah. What do you think the best way to get this HPB out of the joints is? So he messaged me back this pave tool thing that goes on the end of your shop vac that has a nail on it and you vacuum it, which I think probably works really good. It looks like a good design and it looks like it probably works great if I was doing 300 square feet, 400 square feet at my house. Even then, I think it would probably be a bit painful and slow, but it would work great. But I'm looking at it going, okay, I have to do a 50,000 square foot parking lot. So then I called Pete Weslowski from Block Techo, who I've known for a really long time. He's our sales rep. Said, bro, listen, this is my situation because I know him. It's easier to call him than I don't want to bug Pete. So other Pete. So I call him. I'm like, hey man, this is a situation. Blah blah. What do you think? He's like, well, I think probably what you're doing with the hydrovac is probably the best idea already. You just got to be careful you don't actually, because these are only 4x8 pavers. He's like, you don't suck the pavers right up into the fucking truck. I was like, yeah, fair. He's like, and you'll need a couple agitators. You're gonna have to bring some agitators there to agitate the HPB as you go. I said, all right, what's an agitator? He's like, a stick with a nail on it. I'm like, okay, perfect. So I thought when we went and looked at this parking lot that I was going to be Mr. Smarty Pants with friends that knew everything. I thought I was going to be on that pawn shop show from Las Vegas. Let me call my guy. I know a guy. I thought I was going to be that person, I know a guy. You know what? At the end of my conversation with Weslowski, he said to me, let me know when you're doing it. I'd love to come by and see it for the educational purpose, the educational section of the company. And I was like, okay, this is not what I thought was going to happen here. Fuck. So I had to write an email to the GC going, listen, I think you guys are on track with this hydrovac, but you're going to need a couple people with agitators. And by agitators, I mean sticks with nails on them. Because I didn't know what else to write, because that's the truth. And I sent them the link to the shop vac thing, which, for a 40, 50,000 square foot parking lot, I think was probably, and I get that everyone's they emailed me back and said, listen, we think we're going to be supplying one laborer for this agitation. Could you supply a second one?
Who
And
brings the with the stick?
Our whole,
You or
hold
him?
on. No, don't, you're getting, I said, okay, yeah, we can. So they said, what's your pricing? So I sent them back the hourly rate for a laborer. And then they said, don't worry, we'll supply the agitator. We have sticks with nails in them. I was like, oh my God, fuck. I thought there was going to be some amazing way to do this, but there's not. So I'm going to make maybe you want to make some educational content for your YouTube channel. You're looking for new fucking topics, Mike. This may be the fucking topic.
I have not covered that yet.
So now we're going to have two guys, well, one of our guys and one of their guys agitating. And I think it's actually probably going to work really well because hydrovacs are very strong. And if everything's agitated, I think it's actually going to be a great system. But we got to have some guys
get agitated with the whole process.
A little bit agitated with the whole process. And then we're looking at this parking lot, and we did this We did a HPB top up of a parking lot in when we did our warranty work at Canoe Museum, and they were like, the GC was like, "Oh, you're gonna need 70 tons of HPB here." I was like, well, "That seems like a lot." Like
That's a
it,
lot.
like a bag of HPB probably goes like 40 square feet, 50 square feet or something. Like, so we're gonna just bring the HPB in dump trailers and just shovel it out and sweep it, and then roller pack it to vibrate it in. But I'll be interested to see how it goes because I've never done this before for a parking lot. So, and apparently no one really knows anyone who really has done this a lot for a parking lot. So,
Everyone's eager to sell the system, but when it comes time to maintaining it, everybody's fucked. Nobody has a clue.
I
This
don't
is
know.
going to
Maybe
be great for the industry. It's exactly what we need. Keep the water on your parking lot. How do you fix it when it fucks up? I don't know. Nobody thought that far ahead.
well, we're gonna
Stick
as
with a
it.
nail on it? That's how you fix it?
Do you have a better idea?
No, but I
But it's
also
got
hate to
wheels on it
sell
too.
permeable pavement as the fucking be all end all for the industry.
I don't know. I found the whole thing to be pretty amusing. So
Yeah, it
we'll see
is.
how it goes when it starts. I think it'll be we'll make a bunch of videos of it and we'll probably cause some rebel rousing.
Will you still be covering your day in the life on your stories during that project?
I don't know. I might do that all the time now. People seem to like it. There is a lot of weird. I should have probably put the thing with the raccoon on, but it's probably there is a lot of weird things that happen to me every day. Like every day, some weird shit happens to me.
You
So
should
maybe
just always have your little DJI thing going, recording on you.
I know, but it creates so much footage to edit.
Yeah.
It's just like this insane amount of footage. I haven't been into recording any stuff like that lately. I got to get back into it. I will for this HPV vacuuming parking lot because apparently this is like, gonna be.
You know
I
what you
didn't.
should
Yeah,
do? Take your DJI and put it at the nail on the stick and scrape for
and
hours at a
scrape it
time.
and then get it sucked up the fucking tube into the
Yeah,
truck.
yeah, yeah.
Like, anyways, we'll see. That's job's not going this week. It's starting next week. So
Hmm.
we were supposed to start it on Wednesday, but they said that this town wasn't ready for us. And I was like, "But you're putting eight part fucking only a town wouldn't be ready to put 8 pylons across the entrance to a parking lot." Look, it's like, okay. I'm sure there's some deeper problem going on that I don't understand, but like, whatever. Anyways, you guys good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's the end of the podcast.
Thank you for watching. Ooh. Yeah, those people run the world. They're so impressive. What a bunch of freaks.